beautiful beaders, it's Gina from Orchid and Opal.com, and I'm back today with the double rotating beads of the month club. This month I received the seed bead selection and I have the Findings Companion Pack to share with you guys. I will leave the link to the subscription as well as a coupon code right down below the video. The coupon I have is Opal10, OPAL10, and that will save you 10% off the first month of your first subscription. They've got all different ones to choose from, and I do recommend you just go to their website and check out all the different options. With the rotating club, you will rotate through 6 different types of bead clubs and get a different one each month. And they have 2 sizes, a single and a double. This one, as I mentioned, is the double, so it's the larger of the 2 sizes. If you use that coupon code, it will alert them that you are one of my viewers, so they will try to get you on the same rotation as me and send out the same color selection, but it's possible that it could differ depending on their stock level and availability that month. So just to give you a heads up on that. If you'd like to see the past month selection, I have a playlist that is dedicated to Beads of the Month Club, and you can go back and see all the different selections, beads, and color themes that I've received for the past couple of years. Let's go ahead and look at the beads first, and then we will look at the Findings Companion Pack. And as you can see, the theme of this month's Seed Beads Club is called Wild Iris. So we should be seeing a lot of greens and purples like that title suggests. And we have a list on the very top listing all of the 8 containers and their specific color names that are inside. The code will line up with the label on the container, and then we have the retail price. You save a little bit off of that by going with one of these clubs. And what's great about Beads of the Month Club, if you don't want to rotate through different types of beads and you only want seed beads, for example, you can choose to get seed beads every month, and it's a great way to bulk up your stash of beads that you really love to work with in a wide variety of colors, and they're very high quality. These are Japanese Miyuki seed beads. All right, so let's crack open this container. Oh, very nice. And here is the full look of all 8 containers we're going to be taking a closer look at today. I'm going to get organized and we will run down the list one at a time. All right, our first container is called Duracoat Galvanized Matte Dark Mint Green, and that is this one right here. Wow, that is a stunning, very vibrant, opaque green. Let's take some of this out. So it is galvanized. It's got a sort of satiny finish. It's not a very bright metallic where it's very reflective, but it gives it a hint of a sheen. And what I love is that these are Duracoat. So they are coated in a way to make that color last longer, which is really important and adds value to these beads. Our next selection is called Dyed Dark Mint Green Silver Lined Alabaster. Gorgeous reflective silver lining inside of those beads. And there is that fresh, bright spearmint green with a milky glass around the silver finish. Gives these a little pop of sparkle inside and a little bit darker than our first tone of green. Our next color is called Lime Lined Crystal AB. That is fun. And this would go with so many different things. You see the AB finish, which gives it the rainbow of different colors. And they also let a lot of light through. They're pretty translucent. Overall, they have a pale grayish greenish cast and could be a pretty decent neutral depending on what you pair them with. You can see that slight hint of green inside, giving those that kind of olivey cast. Otherwise, you just have some crystal AB clear beads. And look how uniform these are. These are high quality seed beads, like I mentioned, and you really get a lot in these containers. The 25 grams can go a long way. And what's nice about these clubs is that you can even get multiples of the different clubs they have to offer. So if you like, say, seed beads and delica beads, you could get those. You could sign up for a single club of the seed beads and a single club of something else. There's all sorts of different options, so you just have to check their site and see what works best for you. All right, so next up we have a color called Semi-Frosted Dark Lilac Lined Light Amethyst. That was a tongue twister, and I'm really intrigued by these beads. Aren't those cool? That is a gorgeous shade of purple, first of all, but they look so interesting. Can't wait to see these in my hand. We're breaking up the green that we've seen so far, and that is just such a vibrant purple that is lining these beads. And then you can see that extremely light amethyst glass that is surrounding that very bright purple lining. This is something I definitely don't have in my stash, and another example of why this club is so fun. You're not getting all just opaque colors, you're getting all different finishes and styles of these seed beads in a cohesive color palette each month. And they put a lot of time and effort into coordinating these colors and bringing together a fun and interesting set of seed beads. All right, next we have hot pink aqua lined AB, and there it is coming into focus. And this is one of those selections that I feel like brings all of this together. So you have a lot of that purple tint, even though these are hot pink lined, the way that that color comes across from afar, it definitely looks purplish. And then you have the AB finish, which brings a lot of those different colors together. And there's an up close look at these. You have the translucent glass surrounding that hot pink AB. It's really interesting how the aqua that is very translucent with that opaque, very bright pink lining gives you that purplish cast when they're all put together. That's gorgeous. Then next up we have the dyed opaque purple. Gorgeous. This is definitely a bluer purple. You know how sometimes purple can look more pink or it can lean more blue. This is definitely a cooler tone, kind of a medium purple. And if it was any lighter, it kind of border on periwinkle. So there's a look at these all together in my hand. They have a slightly glossy finish. They're not matte. They're all very consistent with that uniform purple shade and size. These seed beads are great to use for projects where you need the beads to be very uniform, or even slightly different sizes could throw them off. And it's a real treat to work with this brand. Look at how beautifully this bead mat is coming together in the wild iris theme with the different shades of greens and the different shades of purple. We have another shade of purple to add to this mix, and it's called Semi-Frosted Lilac Lined Crystal. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. One of my personal favorite shades of purple. And again, with our inner lining that's bringing that vibrant color with a crystal translucent glass surrounding it. And here's a look at that handful up close. You can see the shade of lavender inside, and instead of the outside of the clear glass being glossy, it has a matte finish, which gives us another different combination. And our final selection, number 8, is called Dyed Light Daffodil Silver Lined Alabaster. And I love that they brought in a pop of this buttery yellow to break up all the greens and the purples that we see in this month's theme. I'm really happy that they added that contrast in. It looks nice with both the purple and the green, and it adds a little bit of excitement to a more two-tone color palette. And here's a close-up look at these. They are absolutely glowing. These are so beautiful. They have a milky, translucent glass on the outside surrounding that silver-lined finish, which really sparkles. And I love that combination of the silver lining and that more cloudy kind of alabaster glass that's surrounding it. So that's everything for the Double 11 Miyuki Seed Beads of the Month Club, and these themes change every month. So if this particular theme is not quite your cup of tea, the next month would be something completely different. And that's what's nice about these rotating clubs, is that they rotate you not only through different beads if you choose to do that, but even if you stick with the same type of bead, you're gonna get a different color selection each month to work with, and it's really inspiring. But that's not all I have for you today. I have the Findings Companion Pack to share, and it looks like the color theme is going to be in an antique brass finish. These are all very high quality findings that go along with the high quality beads that they have to offer. And it's an additional optional add-on if you'd like to. If you have signed up for one of their bead clubs, you can choose to add one of these on for an additional $12.95 a month, and it doesn't increase your shipping. So let's flip it over. There's a little sneak peek of what we're gonna be looking at today, and I'm gonna get organized again. We'll take a closer look at everything that's inside. All right, first up we have two toggle clasps, and they are dragonfly themed. You can see this is the bar. Look at all that detail on this. That is a really special piece, and there's the loop on the back. And then here is the loop. It's not double-sided, but definitely has a high quality feel to it. There's all the detail on that loop, and you get two sets of those included. We also have a pair of what they're calling fancy fish hook ear wires. You can see these are smooth and have a very artistic flair to them. They're a lot more interesting and more specialty than some of your basic fish hook ear wires. We also have two of these Tiara cast lotus post earring findings. Got that red protector on the back, also makes these easier to grip. There is a close-up look at the front of that. Gorgeous detail, very classy, and in the same tone of that antique brass. There's a look at the back. Very well-made findings. Then we have a small antique brass lotus button. How cute is that? We have the lotus flower etched on the front of that, and then you flip it over, you can see there is the loop, and this would make a beautiful clasp for one of your pieces. And then this is gorgeous. This is an open lotus flower centerpiece by Tiara Cast. Very simple, but very elegant, and you could do so many different things with this. Leaving it as simple and open as you'd like, or really getting detailed and adding to a component like this through wire wrapping, resins, sewing or beading around it. Very well made finding as well, and you can see it's the same on both sides. And then for some of our basics, we have 2-inch head pins. There's 21 of these by Tiara Cast in a 21 gauge size. A great staple item to have with some of these other antique brass findings, all of them being nice and straight and centered there down to the flat bottom. And I actually had another button hiding over there. I didn't see that it was 2 on the list as I was reading it, but that's a great bonus. We have 2 of those little lotus buttons, so that's great. And then finally, we have a little handful of 16 of these 20 gauge Tiara Cast jump rings to go along with the color theme of our findings. Certainly another staple and necessary in so many projects. So that is everything I have for you guys today. I think they did an awesome job as usual. I'm always so excited to open up this package each month and see what the theme is and what the color scheme is. And I already know it's going to be great quality because that's all that they send. So it's really a pleasure to work with these materials, and I can't recommend them enough. So once again, use that coupon code OPAL10, OPAL10, if you want to save 10% off the first month of your first subscription. And please check out their website to see all the different options that they have. Check out my playlist to see the different things I've unboxed each month going back the past couple of years. And you'll really get a feel for what's right for you, I think, after seeing those products up close. And that's what I really like to do. I love to unbox these items with you to give you the opportunity to see up close what really speaks to you as a beader, what gets your mind thinking and gets you really excited to create. So hopefully this video was helpful for you. Please feel free to leave me a comment down below the video. Let us know if you have been a subscriber to the Beads of the Month Club, what you think of this month's theme, anything else you'd like to say. Before I forget, by being a subscriber, you also get access to their free patterns page, which changes every month. You get a selection of 3 different patterns that you can download and or print that typically have to do with some multi-hole, more interesting shapes that help you out with things to do with those type of beads if you happen to receive those. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate a big thumbs up. I am so happy to have you here, and I really do appreciate you. And I would love to have you come back and be a subscriber, so don't forget to hit that button, and that way you'll be notified of when I'm posting new content, which is all the time. Also below the video, I have links to my social media handles. I'd love to have you following along with me there for more beading fun. And you can check out my website at orchidandopal.com, which is where I sell my finished pieces that are featured in videos, as well as downloadable patterns and my blog. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy and well and creative. And as always, happy beading.